Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be showcasing the Radiodonts of the Cambrian period. I have to get a few things clear before I start. First off, I know you can hear the fan of my computer while I talk every time. I am gonna fix that. I just have to move the socket, but right now I have 30 minutes to record a video and I don't have time to do that and then record a video. So second thing off, there's a lot of creatures in all of these dimensions and periods. Now, besides the pre-Cambrian, which doesn't have much, most are statics, Cambrian actually has a lot and are all creatures, which means that I have to cover all of them, and I cannot do that in a singular video, or I mean I could, but it will be an hour long and nobody's gonna watch that. I myself, I'm not gonna rewatch that. So I decided to do them category by category. Today we're going to be doing the Radiodonts. Next time maybe I'll do the trilobites, and then I can do the arthropods. Arthropods. The arthropods, even though some of these Radiodonts fall under the category of arthropods, even though they fall under it, I can still do that. You're just gonna, come back, watch this video, because I'm not gonna include them in the arthropods video since I've already showcased them here as Radiodonts. Let's begin. Also, don't forget to subscribe. As always, the notification button to see more of my content if you wish to see more, and if you enjoy what you're seeing right now. Now, enough yapping and talking and wasting your time. Now let's get to the real stuff, to the meat, the bone, and which are all these creatures, which are pretty cool, and you want to see them. So, yeah, let's begin. First one, we have the Amplitubilua. Now, note something. This video, I already recorded it once. I forgot to turn my mic off, and 25 minutes of my life and very good explanation, very good video, were gone. I was really proud of the video. I recorded it really well with little to no problems, so I would have almost no editing to do. But hey, now I do, because I fucked it up. I gotta do it again. I scanned all of them, but anyway, this guy. Short story, pretty cool guy. I really like the design. I like how it's blue. I really love the color and shade of blue. With the, the little whitening, light blue on the sides, then on the bottom it's completely white with a little bit of light blue. Has some antennas on the back, and it seems to have something like tusks. It literally looks like a mammoth. It doesn't, but it's tusks. When you look at the side, it looks like one tusk, one trunk with a tusk next to it. So yeah, the appendages have somewhat tusks and then some teeth underneath them, which are pretty cool. Now let's read about these guys. Another annoying thing is that I read everything about these guys, and it was a lot. This one has nothing. The others do have a lot. Sorry for hearing my chair, I have to move. But yeah, let's get to it. Amplitubilua, meaning embracing beast, is a Cambrian Radiodont. It was a free-swimming predator that probably preyed on the abundant trilobites which were found all over the world. Amplitubilua had a gnatho-base-like structure, being able to rotate and shred prey. Now there will be some, difficulty reading those, because there are some unknown words to me, even though I try my best. I'm not gonna edit all that out, I don't give a fuck, really. And there's also a lot of voice cracks from me, because I'm a little sick. But anyway, diet, fish food, which means it ate trilobites, as it said here in the entry. Drops egg items, doesn't matter, and it spawns in the Cambrian estuary lagoons, where you can find it and capture it and, have it in your park or anything, or aquarium, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Next up, we have the Anomalocaris, the famous creature that everybody knows as the fiercest beast and predator of the Cambrian explosion in the period, and yet it's 3 times smaller than guy, so it's not as fierce as it's said to be. But anyway, it has a pretty cool shading of beige, a little bit of orange red, and some kind of brown on the eyes. Looks pretty good. The design is awesome, even though this one's better. It's small, so that's the original size that it has, and its appendages are different. These ones do not, point forward. They hang down, and they get blown by the current to the back, so they have a little bit of a curvature. He just uses them to hunt. He just uses them to grab the trilobite, to turn it around and just eat its belly, which is soft. And, fun fact, trilobites only have armor on their top, On the bottom, there's nothing. I mean, there could be some, there could be a little bit, but a lot of it is just soft. And you can eat it. So yeah, you cannot eat the trilobites, obviously. Thousands of millions of years that of protein, and that's probably not digestible by humans, but these guys, they could. Anomalocaris, meaning abnormal shrimp, because it's a big shrimp literally, was a Cambrian radiodont and was originally known from fossilized parts of the mouth and appendages, because they were the hardest parts. The rest was soft body. It is thought to be one of the earliest apex predators, which is pretty interesting to hear. That explains why it's so small. Anomalocaris had a disc-like mouth known as an oral cone, which many radiodonts possessed. Its appendages were also used for grasping prey. That's about the Anomalocaris. They ate fish food, which is just any fish or fish food in the game, and crustaceans and similar, which were just trilobites and other sorts of small shrimp that they could catch. They spawn in the Cambrian gravels, coastal creek, and ocean shore, which would indicate that they like more air, because shallower waters have more air, since there's, I mean, at least in this period, because there's less things in the shallow waters. I think it makes sense to me, at least. Next up, we got the Caryothintrips. Just look at the mouth. It has like pincers. It looks really cool. It has a really cool design. The short, you know, all the fucking patterns and colors they made and put on it. It really fit well with its bizarreness and the weird jaw that it has. I think it looks like it, and I also read it in the Paleopedia, so I'm pretty sure that the jaws were very strong, and this thing actually could crush really hard stuff like shells and other things. So let's read about it. Also, it has 6 HP. It looks pretty cool. Now, where is it? Where is it? Caryothintrips. Another radiodont. And this guy had a handful of information to cover, but let's begin. Caryothintrips is a genus of Cambrian radiodont from North America and Europe, where I am. Europe. The name translating to nutcracker, because it could crack nuts probably. Comes from the only element known of the animal, the front appendages. That's the only thing that they have found of the animal. I don't know how they made up the back body. Scientists do science stuff, I don't know. They know. Like in many other radiodonts, the frontal appendages of Caryothintrips were the most hardened parts of the animal, making their preservation more likely than the rest of its body. Caryothintrips unique among known radiodonts. However, that makes it unique. However, is the shape. That's why it makes it unique. The shape and orientation of the appendages, because they are really hard. While in a more classic type of predatory radiodont, one would expect the appendages to curl beneath the level of the head. In Caryothintrips, the frontal appendages seemingly would lie horizontal to the body and wouldn't have been able to curl up or bend in any meaningful fashion. This type of appendage has been thought to hint at a duofabulous diet, whatever that means. You can Google it, or I can just put a page of it. The genus name comes from the Greek word caryon, from walnut, for walnut, and Syntrips, a mythical demon who would crush ceramics even. Well, that's a stretch, but still. The animal was first sighted in 2005 by Caron as Dinocaridida A. However, it was officially described in 5 years later in 2010 by Daly and Bud. I know I'm having trouble reading because I'm not really English or American, but I'm trying my best to read a different language. I know English pretty well, but still hard to read sometimes. Anyway, those are some unknown words here. Corda T. Caris. Now this guy, pretty cool guy, it's a filter feeder, has a basic design, nothing too unique about it. I just like the blue on the frontal part, and then have just a little antenna on the back. Like when I say middle, not middle, little, I mean little. It has a more bulkier body, not that it's big, but it's kind of just bulky and armored. That's the word. And it looks pretty good. Pretty cool guy. You're not gonna see many of these, and actually that's the only one in the Cambrian. There are more in the Ordovician coming up. Cordyceps striatus is a species of hooded radiodont from the Middle Cambrian of China.
Herdiid radiodonts are known for their large and impressive triathlete cephalic carapaces, and Cardiacaris is a prime example of such structures. The animal is known for a series of cephalic armor pieces, including a large heart-shaped central element, the frontal appendages, oral cone, and pieces of its trunk recovered from the psychosection of Jiangxia formation near Lingyi City, Shandong. I did that well. The central element of this animal's shell was ornamented with more than 20 rows of microscopic tubercles, which would stop at its ventral margin. While Herdiid cephalic carapaces can usually be divided into two classes based on shape, Cardiacaris showcases a condition unlike the others and also for having a mix of the two morphologies, which suggests that this animal's ecology to be different from the two previously known morphotypes. The shape of the oral cone in this animal, moreover, debunked the long-standing idea that amplitubuloids and herdiids could be distinguished by the presence of node-bearing plates in the oral core, feature present in Cardiacaris and in contrast with other herdiids, either developed separately or hinting at it being an ancestral shared feature. The potentially 30 cm long animal remains today unclear in its lifestyle. Due to the unique shape and number of the entities, was it like that? Yeah, entities, and that's, I don't know, in its frontal appendages, we're unsure on what type of filter feeding it might have specialized in. Due to this unique mix of traits, the placement of this animal in the Herdiid tree is not easy and will surely continue to remain challenging until more animals like it are discovered.
What it eats? Fish food, well, plankton, but you can't really do microbial mat because it also doesn't eat microbial mat. It just eats microbes like plankton. Actually, plankton are not really microbes that float in the water, so they just put in fish food. And Cambrian ocean reefs is where it appears, and you can get it from there. Or fossils. You can do fossils with everyone, so everything doesn't matter. Anyway, next up, the Laminacaris. Let me splash that real quick. I love that guy. Let me say that I love that guy. This guy we had in the previous series with Marty in a pond near our laboratory, and this guy was placed like a king. Pretty cool guy though. Pretty cool Laminacaris. I love the design, love the big ass antenna on the back, literally big ass antenna. Then I also love the kind of armored structure, like it looks like it has a lot of protection on the back because of the darker colors with the blue, with the red on the sides alerts danger that this thing is a predator, and then on the bottom is just like a shrimp, and it has a little mouth with the same appendages as an Laminacaris, and I think it is the bigger one or the biggest one. Anyway, Laminacaris, Radiodonts Cambrian, has a really tiny description which makes me not so worried. Laminacaris, a species formerly assigned to Laminacaris, was a large radiodont which lived and ate in a similar fashion to the other Anomalocaris. Using their appendages to catch and eat smaller prey. So what they did, just like Anomalocaris, whatever I read for Anomalocaris applies to this too, it's just bigger. And that's what it did with its appendages, just turn around and trilobite and eats its fucking guts and whatever and call it a day. So, fish food, incrustations, and similar things, trilobites and so on. Drops egg items, egg items, that's obvious, almost everything does. And Cambrian estuary lagoons is where you can find it, that's where it appears, and that's its natural habitat. Next up we have the small, tiny little shrimp that's probably as big as modern day shrimps, or maybe a little bit bigger. The Lyra rapax. This thing is fucking hilarious. It's so small for Anomalocaris or Radiodont. I just can't. The only 3D in this is the little body and the eyes. It's got really cool shades of pink, dark, light, and cyan blue. Has some yellow on the fucking appendages, which would mean probably the teeth. And then the back it's got the smallest antennas, the tiniest antennas you can see on a radiodont. And here, there it is, the Cambrian. Lyra rapax is a small radiodont from the early Cambrian which hunted using its small frontal appendages. Voice crack. These frontal appendages had a similar function to the front antennae of velvet worms, so they would use them to read the currents and just read prey and other predators, if there were any, coming to them, because that's what the worms did. They sensed everything with their tubes. Antenna. That's a small thing, doesn't really got a lot going for it, so we're kind of going really fast on the end. Took more time on the beginning because things were quite longer in terms of entry, and also they were cooler looking, I had a lot of sales. So now, Laminacaris. This is the shrimp that I said in the previous video. Talked about it, read a little bit about it, said a little bit about it. It has great animations. I love the fact that these newer creatures, because this is newer, it's not first day release. Actually, I remember the day they released it, it was like a year ago, almost. And what it does is it just flaps its appendages, because it's so jolly. If this was a Pokemon, it would be a fairy type for sure. A fairy water type. Think about it. And yeah, oh, my bad. Cool guy. So what it does is, because it's new, it's got better animations, it's white, it has little pink on the sides, and that has a really clean, simple, yet really good design. And I love how it looks. So, now, for the last creature, which is this one, we have a good amount of text.
Themisiocaris is a genus already done described from Sirius Passet in Greenland. I was really surprised that these guys actually lived near Greenland. I mean, the oceans around it. Pretty cool. Greenland is currently located almost at the fucking North Pole. It's I think a little bit above North America. I mean, it's not like it's just on the higher level. I don't know where exactly it was, but it's really cold there. But yeah, back then it was probably somewhere in the bigger continents, and it doesn't really matter. So, without getting carried off too much, this Radiodont is only described from frontal appendages. Each entities, you gotta tell me. Tell me in the description down below, not description, the comments. Tell me what the hell is this and how do you pronounce it. On segments had dense bristle-like spines. It is suggested that Themisiocaris was filter feeding. Radiodont, pretty sad to hear. I mean, it was pretty jolly. I don't really imagine that guy killing a thing by gathering plankton to feathery appendages. Was correct. Interestingly, before detailed description of the animal in 2014, a Canadian artist, John Missaros, drew a fictional filter-feeding Radiodont called Setiocaris. After that, Themisiocaris was placed to family called Setiocaridae, named after that fictional creature, but due to ICCN rules, it was later renamed to Themisiocaridae, which is, it's another word track. It's a family specific enough to be its own species. So yeah.
That was about it for all of these Radiodonts. I hope you liked them. This was probably my favorite sort of group of creatures. Maybe the trilobites can even out how cool these were, but for sure, those were really cool to me. I really enjoyed showcasing these to you guys for the second time. I think the first video did better than this one, but it's gone now. I deleted it, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it off with a few words of mine. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with the notification bell on. Of course, subscribe with the notification bell on, please. Just hit that bell if you wish to see more content like this, because if you did enjoy this video, then that would mean that you would enjoy the upcoming videos, because they're the same. Minecraft with PN, Prehistoric Nature. Anyway, another thing about the Star Platinum video that I did on Deep Poker, it's doing kind of well for now. It's been like a day and a little bit after its release, then it's got like 130 views. I got no Deep Poker videos except one for Restore, and doesn't matter about that because it's shit. And it still did well, which means the audience of Deep Poker isn't too small, which would mean that I'm probably going to make more videos on Deep Poker. I'll see. You tell me guys if you want to see more Deep Poker videos. Again, I'm gonna ask. Previous video, nobody said that. Nobody told me they wanted any Deep Poker videos, so most people just said some random words or just said some little comment, which I don't mind. Hey, thank you very much for even leaving a comment. But anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment anything you may like to say. Any criticism, anything would be accepted. I would like to improve. I would love to take your ideas and make them come true. So without any more talking and yapping to do, thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.